All right, there we go. We got it working this time. Had to give that a couple tries. Anyway, there's Thorn, my boy. He's hanging out up there. Hey, dude. You gonna come on down? I got some food for you. I know you can smell it. Check it out. Buddy, come on. That's a good boy. There we go. Slides down it like a slide. Come on. Come grab it. Ah, that's a good boy. There we go. All right. Hey, guys. Welcome back to the Reptile Project. Haven't posted in a few weeks, mostly because I had an emergency. Unfortunately, my mother was in the hospital, so I had to travel all the way to California to see her. Great news. She is doing fine now, so no need for anybody to worry. But tonight we are trying something a little bit new. Now that we're back, I'll be making sure that I come out with some more videos here very, very soon. I have film stuff. I just got to edit it and get it up and out to you guys. But I thought I'd go ahead and do a live video for now. Show you guys how awesome this boy is. Now, this is kind of a new item here. Oh, he likes it. So I'm trying out some clam tongue tonight. I've given him some other similar things, but I haven't done clams yet, and so this is actually his first time doing clams, and he actually really likes it. So that's awesome. Yeah, so again, I was gone. You want it? Gone for just a couple of weeks, and now I'm back and able to do everything just right. You can see, look, he's shedding. I'm so excited about that. This is so cool. All right, and his appetite's back. He was kind of being really picky. He was being kind of a stickler. He didn't really want to eat anything. And normally they kind of go through a mild brumation, and sometimes they'll go a couple weeks where they just don't really want to eat very much. Let's see how high we can get him to reach up for it. Come on. Yeah, there we go. So sometimes they'll brumate a little bit and they won't want anything to eat. Things like that. Even if it is warm. And so he wasn't eating very well for a while, but now his appetite's back. He's healthy, he's happy. He's gonna shed soon. If you guys look kind of over there, he'll shed pretty soon. Let's see if we can watch him follow this. Come here, come on. Oh, he's still chewing the last piece, I guess. Look, over here, over here. Over here, over here, over here. Come on, I'll give it to you. You just gotta follow it. Nah, he wants it easy. See, check this out. Look at that shed coming off. Woo! Came off super easy. Now, you shouldn't really ever peel, shed off of a lizard. You kind of want it to go, oh, he's gonna take that piece. Maybe that one. There we go. Now, you shouldn't really peel the shed off of your lizards, just so you know, forcefully or anything like that. If there's a piece hanging off, hey, you can rip off just that one piece. It looks like he spat one out. I don't know how that... Come on, you gonna swallow this one? No, you don't want that one? Okay, maybe he doesn't like the clam tongue as much as I thought he did. Sometimes they go crazy over clam tongue. Right now, he is so into snails. Let's see if I can trick him. I got a piece of clam tongue. Oh, and the clam tongue fell out. Let's see here. Maybe I can sneak it in his mouth. No, he's not having me do it. Dude, what are you spitting out your food for? Here, you eat it. Oh, my heater just kicked on. So the lights went a little dimmer when it uses up more power. Okay, there we go. You're such a freaking dork. Here, right over here. Lizards are freaking hilarious. Oh, you're tough, aren't you? Oh, yeah. Tough, adorable little Caiman lizard. Let's see here. I haven't even been checking the comments. Let's see here. How do I do that? Oh, there we go. Somebody asked, do I like basilisk lizards? I think basilisks are really cool. What's really neat about basilisk lizards is they can be cohabitated with other lizards pretty well. I mean, you still got to be careful. Normally, 2 males, of course, aren't really going to do too well, but maybe a male or a female. But I have seen basilisks with Caiman lizards. So with these guys. So this guy right here is a Caiman lizard, and his name is Thorn. Not Thor, Thorn. Thorn, like a thorn in your side. I named him that for a few reasons. There's several reasons why I named him Thorn. Partly because, of course, look at all those thorns on his back. Now he's like looking at me like, what are you doing? And then the other reason was, if you've ever read the Inheritance Cycle, hey Brandon, if you've ever read the Inheritance Cycle, those Aragon books, there's a dragon in there named Thorn, and he's a red dragon. And those are some of my favorite books. It's cute when he does this. But they're the books, and one of the dragon's names was Thorn, and he's a red dragon. So since he's got a red head, or technically right now it's still orange, might get red as time goes on, I decided to call him Thorn, named after the dragon. Eventually I'd love to get a female of this same species, and I'd love to call her Rose. I think that would be like the most adorable thing. You get a thorn, and then you got Rose. So every rose has its thorn. Wasn't my idea, it was my wife's. So I have to give the credit to her. She's very proud of that. But what do you think of the name Rose? Wouldn't that be so cute? So here, do we have more comments? Yes, he is very cute. I've heard these are really expensive. Do you have an estimate of how much the total cost would be? Yeah, I've got a pretty good estimate. It kind of depends on where you are. So I'll give you the estimate for the United States. It's probably similar prices to Canada. Let's see here. Let's try another snail. And that would be... the lizard is going to be anywhere between $350 to about $600. It depends on the year. How fruitful the breeding success was that year. So it's going to depend a lot on that. And then, so like if it was really successful that year, they're going to be cheaper. And then on top of that, you're going to be spending about another $500 at least on the tank, the filtration, as well as everything else. So you're looking at, just to start everything up, man, it's close to $1,000. Like it's pretty close. You can put them in a glass, tank with semi-aquatic, but they grow out of it so fast. This guy grew out of his first one really, really quick. Here, I'll set those there for you. Well, see if he'll eat them. But this was actually his old enclosure right here. You can see that it's huge. Like, it is pretty big. This is 4, and then it's by 2. And then we got like a 40-gallon down there. But he actually grew out of that after his first year. So they can grow quick enough to grow out of that. So yeah, a big custom enclosure, as you can see here. Like, this is all his. Like, he's got places to climb. He's got room to swim. That's 150 gallons right there. It's a lot of water. You gonna eat some more? He looks plump though. I could always get him a little bit more tomorrow. No, you just gonna say goodbye? Goodbye. Don't worry, guys. If you did just join, I'll make sure to post this up on my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed before. Oh, thank you for answering that. I am feeding him snails. He is a snail eater, which is why all my fish in here are perfectly safe. Oh, hey, this might be really fun. Let's see if he'll do this. So, I do also have fish in here. If we look down here, you can kind of, well, there's the turtle. You see my fish down here? That right down there, that's a pearl cichlid and earth eater. This turtle thinks he can get a bite to eat. I've been pretty good. Let's see if he'll dive in the water. Oh, here we go. Oh, that is so much fun to watch. Look at him swim. Trying to see if I can get it focused. I know it's a little blurry, but it wants to focus on the surface of the water. A lot of times he'll eat a little bit, he'll come in here and he'll make a poop, and then he comes back up. So we might see him poop, who knows? Or something, or fart, I don't know. He's gross. So Caiman lizards like to poop in the water mostly. So I think that was a poop, maybe? He's actually trying to get his shed off. That's actually really cool. So he's kind of scratching at his side. He's kind of just soaking up some water, getting the shed off. I gave the turtle one of the little clams that he didn't eat. Yeah, so I keep fishing here. Thorn doesn't go after the fish at all. And the main reason for that is because he's a snail eater. He likes to eat invertebrates. That's going to be the bulk of his diet are just invertebrates. They'll eat like shrimp and stuff like that, so mostly like that. You're more than welcome to ask questions too if you guys do want to. I don't see too many comments coming in as much. Okay, Brandon, does the turtle climb out to bask or not? Oh yeah, turtle comes out all the time. I got that little ramp there. He can climb up that, and he basks right under here. We got some basking lights up there. I got 4 because it is quite a distance. It's about 2 feet of distance it's got to reach in order to heat. So this basking platform gets up to about 100 degrees. Now, I don't catch the turtle ever basking on it all the way because it is a little bit hot for him to do that. But if you give them space where they can cool off like way over there, as well as giving them basking space, he's so much fun to watch. Reptiles are smart. They will thermoregulate as they need. So as long as you give them enough room to get away from those really hot spots, they'll do it. You know, I mean, there's some warnings where it's like, oh, they might get hot, but if the only hot spot they have is extremely hot and they don't have enough options, then yeah, they're going to get burned. But we give them lots of space, of course. What is going on with my camera here? We're getting weird glares, I think. Oh, no, we're not. Never mind. Do you want to try another piece, buddy? So Thorn here, I saw a question come in. How old is he? He is almost 2 years old at this point. Yeah, you want to eat that last one. He's like, ew, that was clam. I don't want that. That stuff's gross. That was funny how he immediately spit it out. I'm out of snails, dude. You ate it all. Your appetite is like really, really good lately. You just ate everything. Any other questions? Questions. I like questions. What are you gonna feed? What am I gonna feed my Caiman lizard to? Well, he's not a feeder lizard, so I'm not gonna feed him to anybody. If you mean what I feed him, I feed him snails and shrimp. Ooh, lots of questions. Oh, you guys are awesome. What's their lifespan like? Their lifespan averages somewhere between 10 to 15 years. Seems like we're getting 15 years tends to be pretty common at this point because we've learned a lot about them. When they said, oh, they only live 10 years, they weren't even keeping them in large amounts of water, and I think that's one of the reasons why they weren't living so long. And so, but over at the Loveland Living Planet Aquarium, it's one of the places that I'm employed at. There's a Caiman. Oh, what are you doing? He's looking kind of silly with his legs tucked back. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, at the Loveland Living Planet Aquarium, I do work with Caiman lizards there. And there is one of them that is 27 years old. I'm willing to bet it's the oldest Caiman lizard in North America. If you guys can find a larger Caiman lizard, not a larger, an older Caiman lizard, other than 27 years, let me know. That's in North America, because I think we do have the oldest caiman lizard. His name is Juan. And oh, actually, I think he's doing that because he's just trying to bask. So he's just watching us and basking. I know some people have bred them in the United States, but I think the total amount of people that has been 10 different people, and they haven't been successful repetitively. Like they've only been able to do it maybe twice. The success rate is so low. Oh, this is cool. I'll get you guys closer. Someone said Juan in a million. Oh, you're right. 1 in a million is right. Since he is so... Juan is 27. Alright, let me look back at what you guys are saying. Do you ever try to handle him, or you just let him free roam with supervision? I do let him free roam, not in this room, just because, look, it's just a giant mess. I am kind of redoing my shed, so I'm making it better and more aesthetically pleasing. So I don't let him wander around my room, but I do let him wander around inside my home. So I have no problem with that. So I do handle him all the time. Like, check this out. I haven't really touched him a whole lot, you know, in here, but hey, buddy. See, he's super sweet. I can try to be really annoying to him, and he's not gonna, you know, hurt me or anything like that. So he's just a sweetheart. Couple scratches though, just from normal handling. I did clip his claws a couple days ago. Actually, I clipped his claws yesterday. All right, let's see here. More questions, if I can find them. So, do I have tips for caiman lizard care in general? From Brad. I would say one of the biggest tips is you need to learn how to recognize illness. You need to learn how to recognize if a lizard is sick, so bacterial infections or parasites. You've got to test for that. Yawning again. I love this. There we go. These guys yawn a lot. I don't know what it is about caiman lizards, but they yawn all the time. Yeah, so I would say one of the biggest tips that you should really know is how to identify illness. And that is so important. He has had an infection. Oh, he's just trying to get comfortable. Look at that. You're all full. So he has had an infection before, and he has had parasites before. He had parasites when I first got him, so we treated that first. Later, he got an infection, treated for that, and then he was fine. But yeah, that would be like one of my biggest tips. Boom, boom, boom. Someone needs to visit the caiman farm in South America and see how they do it. So how they do it in South America, it's farm bred, so it's just a huge enclosure with like just tons of caiman lizards. They collect the eggs, they incubate them. I think sometimes they incubate them. And then out comes a ton of babies, and then they're imported to the United States. So most of them come from Peru. I think that's typically how they do it. I don't know all the details of that. Can he swim? Of course he can. I'll be reposting this video, and you'll be able to see him swim. He took a little dip in the water in here. Here's his huge tank. And the turtles disappeared. Oh, he's on the other side. There he is. Yeah, so he can swim in there. Man, the comment thing keeps disappearing, and I don't want it to disappear. Are parasites a continual problem, or just with farm-bred ones from South America? It seems like almost all of them end up having parasites when they come in. After you treat them the first time, typically they'll go away, and it's not a big deal after that. I've only had to do 2 treatments. Uh-oh. So I'm a little worried here because he's kind of keeps doing weird little kind of hiccupings. So a while back I tried giving him some, man, what's it called? Mussels. I tried giving him mussels. He loved to eat them, but he would throw them up. So I think he has a food sensitivity to that kind of shellfish. So today we're just trying clams. So we're going to kind of see if he throws them up. If he does throw them up, I guarantee it's the clams, because that's the only thing he's ever like thrown up are the clams. So hopefully he doesn't, and he keeps him down just fine. But we're kind of gonna see. Let's go back to questions. We got can he swim? Parasite question. Oh yeah, I love how. Yeah, I do love how they do that. How they'll just like stick their hands back when they're trying to bask and warm up. Do the bites hurt? Yeah, their bites do hurt. Uh-oh, I'm at 2% battery, so let me go ahead and wrap this up here with your last few questions. Yes, the bites hurt, but they don't have sharp teeth, so probably for their size, it's the most forgiving bite, but they do have very strong jaws and can still draw blood. I wouldn't say you would need stitches after getting one of these guys. Caiman lizard with seafood allergy would suck. Yeah, maybe he does kind of have like a shellfish allergy, like to clams and mussels. It's totally possible. Reptiles can have allergies too. It's 100% possible, or have a low tolerance for certain types of food. Completely possible. See, here's another yawn. I'll let this yawn go. I'll go ahead and do my outro. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. So glad to have you all here. And we'll see you next time. I'll try to get a video up this Saturday. Hopefully I do. Really excited to come out with more stuff. We've got birds, lizards, amphibians, snakes, just so much more stuff to show you guys. So if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.